Hello everyone, this is part 5 of a series of videos dealing with the VBC Racing Lightning FX. Now, as you can see here, I have completed the whole assembly for the rear chassis brace. So I got the side springs set up, I have the body post set up, and you have the damper tubes also assembled. So everything's all sorted out there. Now let's move on to the rear axle. Now the rear axle assembly, which is this guy right here, went together really well. I was really impressed with how all the components built together. The only thing that I would probably look at upgrading would be the axle. This axle here, it's quite heavy. It's definitely a steel axle, which, you know, it's not bad for someone who's starting out because it could definitely take quite a few hits. So you definitely have the durability there. The only downside to it is the rotational mass. Ideally, if you're running like 21.5 F1 class, you want to run like a light carbon fiber axle. But when you have something like a carbon fiber axle in there, you do run the risk of breaking the axle. So if you're new to F1 racing, you know, VBC Racing did a really good job with including a steel axle kit for those who are just starting out. So I definitely would start off with this kind of axle and just go from there and see how everything works. The differential built up really nicely. The differential rings are really nice, very flat. Probably one of the best kit differential rings I've seen so far. Little to no warping or any blemishes on the rings. Very smooth, very flat. So well done, VBC Racing. You know, the design of the actual rear axle is quite interesting, especially this assembly here where it uses two clamping screws to clamp down on the actual axle. But not only that, as you can see here, it has a keyed setup. Just like slides in through this square, or rectangle, sorry, which, you know, a lot of companies should do this because, you know, I've run previous F1 chassis such as, you know, Tamiya and Yokomo, and they're, well, especially with Yokomo, the clamping issue, like there's nothing really to, like, I know with the Yokomo, I had a real issue with the actual clamp, the clamping hub really clamping down. And so some instances my rear tire would just fall off randomly. But like VBC Racing has definitely solved that issue with this nice keyed setup here and well thought out. Well done. Other than that, I would say the rear hub, the machining, the quality of the parts are really nice. I really love the accents that they put on here, like with the black anodizing with like the machining around there, so it exposes the raw aluminum. I really like that. Overall, like the kit's going together really well. One thing that they do provide is extra inserts, so you can adjust the heights of the axle depending on what tires you're running. But yeah, it's working out really well. I'm going to start working on the front end, and I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, bye-bye.